What's up, everyone? It is I, Key, and welcome back to Kiki's Critique. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I hope today's message and today's episode bless you and radically transform your life. Today is Sunday, so this is our Made for Change day. We have begun 17 weeks ago on our 20-week 2020 journey and challenge to become the highest, best version of ourselves. And we have been diving in and doing so many wonderful things to enhance who we are and to grow ourselves. And I don't know about you guys, but I know I've changed a lot, and this has definitely blessed me, and I pray that it has blessed all of you current critiquers. What's going on, y'all who've been riding with me through this journey? I really just hope that we continue this thing strong. And for my new viewers, if this is your first time and you don't know and haven't seen these other videos, please go back. They're going to be popping up here in the suggested video boxes, so please click on them and just and go back to the beginning. The best way I feel to start any journey is to hop in there at the beginning, and hopefully it'll bless you. So without further ado, let's hop into our topic. Let's get here for what we came here for. And I've been praying, guys, over this content, over this video, what I felt God wanted to bring to you guys, because the last video last week was about me and my Made for Change book and staying on track, and God put me to a halt and say, no ma'am, this either I'm gonna do this or you're gonna do this, but we both can't do this. Do you hear what I'm saying? Holler if you hear me, because when God is ordaining us and directing our path, we can't get in his way. And I was trying to get in his way. I was all in the mix, and he did not allow another video to come through last week until I figured out what my issue was, which I did. And so if you see the video I posted yesterday, that was part of the process, and we'll discuss that later. Now, which brings me though to this topic is the invention of lying is the topic for today, and I am a little nervous about this topic, because it's not one of those things that we just talk about, like liars and lying. That's uncomfortable. A lot of people are uncomfortable. If you ask them, have you ever lied before? Okay. When you got to start talking about, have you ever lied to yourself, or have you lied to somebody to protect their feelings? Have you ever, told those little white lies, or those little lies that you don't think that is going to bother anybody? Telling a friend that you can't go out because, you doing something that you really are not doing. You know what I'm saying? Those little lies that we tell ourselves that doesn't bother anybody because we just don't want to deal with the truth. We don't feel that other people can handle the truth. And during my journey, okay, from one former liar to all of you who have lied and has started your lying process, okay, let's stop this thing right now. Let's pull this thing up from the roots. Let's get down. If you don't think that you're a liar, if you don't think that, because listen, I'm not throwing stones, okay, because listen, I just said I told lies. Lord knows I have. But I've been delivered from it, because I had told the biggest lie that anyone could ever tell to themselves. I told myself a lie that was so deep, that was so life changing, and it totally transformed my life, and not for the good. Okay, this lie that I told myself was because I was a little girl who was sexually abused and taken advantage of very early on. So this lie was something that I told myself to assure that this was normal, or that I was normal, or that the things that happened to me was somewhat normal, if you will. Okay, so I said this thing to myself. I lied to myself and didn't even realize it until I became an adult, until I kind of spoke it outward, until I gave it wings, that I knew that I was in trouble if I don't get myself together. You understand? And I'm going to tell you what that word is, because if you've ever said this thing to yourself, then right now I want to tell you that this message is definitely going to bless your life. And I'm going to tell you what it is at the end. Okay, so that means you got to watch this video all it is. If you want to know what thing that I spoke over myself that was self-destructive, that almost took me out, and some of you have said it to yourself and probably saying it to yourself right now, and you gonna wait to the end. Okay, you better hope I'm telling the truth. Okay, all right. So let's get to the beginning, the invention of lying. Okay, the invention. First, let's talk about what is a lie. A lie is defined as to purposely say something that is not true because you want to make other people believe it. Okay, that's what a lie is, saying something on purpose that you know is not true because you want the other person to believe it. And if you have ever said anything out of your mouth that was not true with the intent of causing the other person to believe that lie for the purpose of manipulation, or to have your way, or because out of fear or insecurity, or because you think that you're protecting them, or that they can, whatever your reason is, because we have our reasons for telling lies. White lies, big lies, small lies. We have our reasons for telling these stories, whatever you want to call it, baby, to make yourself feel good. We have reasons for saying these things. And no matter the reason, there is no excuse, because we as people should always be able to speak the truth on love, out of love. Okay, we should be able to speak truly and openly and honestly to one another. But it's hard to do that if love is not the fuel behind the things that you say. If you're not secure in who you are, and in the relationship that you have with the person that you're speaking openly and honestly about, if there's no vulnerability, if there's no authenticity, if there's no genuineness, then does not even abide in there. Not real love, not love, because real love helps you grow, helps you become better, challenges you, and make you think about yourself, and make you want to change. Love even makes you want to change, whether it's love between a mother and a daughter, or a father and a son, or a brother and sister, or if you have right love, that love will fuel you and encourage you to be better. A husband and wife, this love relationship fuels you. Okay, so we should be able to speak the truth if there is love that fuels the words that comes out of our mouth, right? Well, I remember when lies was invented in me, and that I invented lies to hide my shame. I didn't want people to find out that I was touched, before I was ready. I didn't want, anyone to know that, these things have happened to me, that I was dirty, that I had this hidden shame, or this hidden secret that I didn't want nobody to know. And the interesting thing enough is that, with in life, God gives us gifts, attributes that instinctively help to protect us. And each of it could be appearance, it could be tone, words, it's in the way we have certain attributes. And next week we're going to talk about what those attributes are and how to recognize them. What attributes inflict a lie that protects us. Because for me, one of my attributes is my smile. That is the biggest one. That is a gift that God has given me. Ever since I was a little girl, this particular attribute had been the biggest gift, and has today is my biggest gift, but is also my biggest curse, because it hides, it lies, it's not always true. And so, but my eyes and my body language and other things, my actions make it believable. Do you understand what I'm saying? This alone could lie to you. My mouth could lie to you with the words. It could lie to you with the smile. But my action and my intent and my motives behind make those things true. So that's how you could say, well, okay, this is truthful, because you could feel that energy. You could feel that vibe. I can back that thing up. You understand what I'm saying? You're speaking from a place where there's authenticity and genuine. So when I smile, when I speak about something that is passionate for me, something that convicts me, because our passion is something that we will suffer for, what we will do whatever we had to do to go through it for. And so that what fuels the energy of truth and authenticity and honesty is your genuineness, your ability to want to be vulnerable. Okay? But we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about attributes next week. So, when we when we allow our own opinions and our own perspective to define a thing that has happened to us, is automatic. Like, we're automatically, as people, have a negative bent to us. Like, we can, if we can find a way. It could be sunny for 6 days a week, and we've been praying for sun. We've been wanting sun. Let it be sunny and hot for longer than you want it to be. And the very thing that you prayed for, you'll be cursing in less than 3 or 4 days. Be like, it is hot out here. Woo, I can't take it. Because we negative like that. We naturally kind of have that little negative bent, even for something that could be positive and something that we have even wanted. So if we can do that with the things that we have called into our lives, the things that we have wanted in our lives, imagine how much more negative in our perception and perspective is on something that we didn't want to happen in our life. You feel what I'm saying? This is something that I didn't want to happen in my life. So you know it's harder to think positive about that thing. If you can't even stay positive with the thing that you wanted. Oh, I wanted to get married. Oh, I got this husband. Now you can't stand him. Okay? Oh, I wanted this new car. Oh, Lord bless me with this car. Now, oh, this insurance is high. This car. Oh, come on now. Oh, okay. Y'all know. Y'all know I'm giving it to you, okay? That's why staying connected to the Word of God is so important, because the things that happen to us is not about whether or not or what our reasoning and our perspective is. It's about God's glory. He has a bigger plan for that thing. Sometimes things happen to us because of the curse. We were cursed already when we came in, because our grandmama's grandmama, our mama's had brought this curse into this family. So that's why it's important to break generational curses and to pray to God for a new heart and a new vision and a new want to and a new energy, a new desire. That's why we have a new birth, a rebirthing. Everything becomes brand new again, because we have to break off things that was brought on us before we even was thought of. I'm a product of a teenage mother. My mother was 15 years old when she had me, baby. So I can tell you what, it wasn't easy. I can have a perspective about that not necessarily is positive. But because of my relationship with God, and because all of the things that I've gone through, because I dealt with that lie that we're going to talk about, that ultimate lie that was trying to destroy me, because I dealt with that lie that I told myself, I'm able to see life in a refreshing way, in a beautiful way. If I have a bad day, I don't stay for long, because I get with God and try to figure out what's going on with me, because I've been miserable too long. I've lied to myself too long. I've lived in lies too long. I've lied to other people to protect myself for too long. I lied because of fear. I lied because of insecurity. I've lied to hide myself. I lied for this and lied, whatever those. Do you feel what I'm saying out there? Because we got to get honest. We got to get real on why we do the things. And that's why this series is called The Invention of Lying. Because when was that lie created for you? Was it on the playground when somebody told you that you was ugly? Was it when a bully stuffed you in a locker? Was it when daddy left or mama left? Or when was that lie invented for you? And when you find out when that lie was invented for you, then you're able to pull that thing up and deal with it before it destroys you, because it can. It almost took me out. I'm going to tell you all the way. It almost took me out. Okay? Lying almost took my life. Okay? I'm going to keep you all the way 100. So, now, lies are like webs. Okay, and because as soon as you spin one, you have to spin another and another to cover up, and before you know it, you're stuck in a web of lies, and that's not what God intended for your life. I don't know who this is for. But God has purpose. And you've been asking God, what has been holding you back? Why haven't you reached your full potential? Why have you just teeter-tottered right there on the cliff of your greatness? What is that thing? It's because you a liar. Ooh, I said it. I said it, because you a liar, because you refusing to be honest with yourself about what's going on in your life. How is God going to place you in front of people if you can't get real, can't get honest with yourself and your reality? How can you be in front of people? You want to be an influencer. You want to be somebody who can lead a pack, but you don't want to be honest with yourself, and you can't speak the truth in love. Okay, it's one thing to live in truth, but to be able to speak the truth in love. I tell you, last night, and this is in closing, because next week we about to dig even deeper into this and recognize those attributes. Okay, so that we can really get real with where we are, so we can reach our full potential. Because this is made for change, baby. And I don't know about you, but I'm determined to have all that God wants me to have, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. Not my personal attitude, and not no devil in hell, and definitely not you or anybody else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can we feel that? Because what God has for me and has for you is for us, if we do the things that we need to do to be in alignment with what God is speaking over our lives. And that means you got to get in the word. You got to pull your Bibles out. You have to talk to God. You have to figure out what he is saying to you. And I know I have a word for somebody. This is for you. Okay, this is definitely for you. This word is for you. And it may not, you may not think about it right now, but I'm trying to tell you, baby, if you get real with this will change your life. You understand? This will change your life. So, next week, guys, get ready to get truth, to walk in truth, to get honest, to dig real deep and deal with those attributes that is hindering you, okay, so that you can move forward. Because, listen here, we either get right or get left, okay? I'm not getting left. Okay, I'm doing what God told me to do. He told me to call that thing. So you know what I'm saying? To say what it is. All right? And so, and in that regard, Okay, so since we're talking about lying, if you want to know what that thing I spoke over myself that almost took me out, guess what? You gotta wait till next week because I told a lie. You gotta wait till next week because I told a lie. Would tell a lie, just say a lie. Ain't you mad now? You're pissed off, aren't you? You're mad because you done watched this whole video waiting to figure out what that thing was that almost took me out. And I lied to you. And now you gotta wait till next week and you gotta tune in because we're gonna speak truth next week. Next week we getting back on the truth train. Okay? But see, little lies affect you, don't it? Don't it? Stop lying. Stop lying so you can get yourself together. Stop lying because lying's not good. Stop. See you next week.